What's up guys, it's Robyn and welcome to my channel. Today on the Robyn's Nest, I have a quick and colorful little how-to to share with you. Today I want to show you guys my favorite hack for creating the perfect multicolored cupcakes. Now this isn't a new hack, but it is an awesome one, and I promise you guys are going to want to use it from here on out. So let's get right into it. For this tutorial, I'm starting out with some of my easy American buttercream, and I want to start by adding some of my first color, which is a nice bright red from AmeriColor called Super Red. And this is a super concentrated red. You really don't need a lot to get it nice and rich. And I like to mix up my colors with a silicone spatula. I find it helps push out those air bubbles while you're mixing it, which is really important when you're trying to pipe perfect buttercream rosettes like I'm about to attempt in just a little bit. Now, once everything is all blended and we've reached the shade that we want, we're going to take our buttercream and put it into a piping bag, mainly for ease of use, but it's also going to help keep our work area nice and clean, and it also gives us a way to store any leftover buttercream when we're done. So we're just going to set that off to the side, and the next color I'm going to mix up is going to be a little bit of Wilton's Orange. Then I'm going to jump into some Wilton's Lemon Yellow, and this one is so pretty and bright. I like this one a lot too. Then next up, we have a nice bright green by Wilton called Kelly Green. And then we have some royal blue, but this one's from AmeriColor. And then last but not least, we have a regal purple, also by AmeriColor as well. But I find it to be slightly less concentrated than the others, so you might need a little more than you think you will. And now that we have all of our colors bagged, packed, and ready to pipe, we're going to make some beautiful multicolored rainbow cupcakes to demonstrate one of my favorite piping hacks for you guys. So typically when making multicolored cupcakes, when you try to add more than one color to your piping bag, it usually creates a huge mess. And I don't know about you guys, but I have trouble with one color, let alone numerous colors. So this is a life-saving hack for me. So what I like to do is take a piece of plastic cellophane and I lay it out nice and flat. And now we're going to take a little bit of each of our colors, and we're going to pipe a line of each color in the sequence that we want so that it flows like a rainbow onto our plastic wrap. And then we're going to wrap that all up and we're going to insert that into a piping bag with our preferred piping tip. Now, as you guys can see, I'm only piping one line of each color, and that's actually only going to do 3, maybe 4 cupcakes maximum. So if you have a lot to do, you're going to want to pipe 3 or 4 lines of each color, and then you're going to roll it all up and insert it into your piping bag. But you got to be careful not to make it too big as well, because you actually want it to fit into the piping bag. And you really don't want that piping bag to be too full, because it's going to make it harder to squeeze, and that's going to give you a lot of muscle fatigue in your wrist, and it's going to make it a lot harder to decorate a lot of cupcakes if you have to. So keep that in mind for sure. And now that we have all of our colors piped out, it's ready to roll up, and then we're going to snip off one end and insert that into our piping bag. And as you guys can see, I'm using a 1M piping tip, which is a bit of star with a closed off tip, and it creates a really nice rosette effect when done properly. Now, I haven't tried one, but I do know that a 2D is also a good substitution for this technique. It creates a very similar pattern, possibly better, some might argue, but I haven't tried, like I said, so I'll leave that one up to you guys. So why don't you let me know in that comment section down below? I'm really interested to know what you guys think. Now, as you can see from this first demonstration, I'm no pro at making rosettes with buttercream, but I do have a couple of tips to share with you guys, so hopefully yours can turn out better than these. So what I like to do is start off at the center of my cupcake, and with a very even and steady pressure, I go in a circular motion, starting, like I said, at the center and working my way all the way to the outside. Now, I find it helps if you twist it ever so slightly while you're piping and twist the cupcake at the same time. Now, what that does is create a little bit more of a twist in the pattern, making it look a little bit more flower-like. Now, another tip is the release. I'm still trying to perfect mine, but I do find a little twist at the end before you pull away definitely makes it look a little bit more neat. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and if you found my little hack handy, feel free to show us some support by liking, commenting, subscribing, and ringing that bell. And if you'd like to, you can also send a super thanks. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you for the next cake.